Hey babies, I'm back with another video. I guess y'all can say I'm excited today because this will be my third video I made in the last hour. Yeah, this will be my third video. Like and subscribe to my channel if you want to. If not, I thank you for tuning in anyway and just giving my little self some of your time. But y'all, I thought about something. Something happened yesterday that was very, very, very exciting, and it was a lesson learned from my environment. Spirit, remember on my channel, we come out of our skin and we think with our spirit, we act with our spirit, we live as spirit because spirit is the true self, the true us. We are breath. Remember that. We are God's breath placed into this body, which means we are God having a human experience. We're not human. But I was taught a lesson. Okay, 2 days ago, I was very, very irritated. Like I couldn't understand why. I was antsy, I was anxious, I was just agitated. I wasn't in a good mood. The whole day I was out, all I could think about was my bathtub. Remember, on my channel, everything is alive. Nothing is dead. If you are a true spirit, if you believe you are God, that means your whole environment is alive. And these little objects are full of God's spirit and they come alive and they speak to you. So I couldn't think about nothing but my bathtub. So for some reason, my bathtub was communicating with me consciously. So I kept saying, you know what? I need to just go take a bath. I kept thinking about water. I kept thinking about how warm it's going to be. I was thinking about the bubble bath I was going to put in there. You know, I love Bath and Body Works. So I was like, what I want to smell like. I was just gone on the bathtub. Like, have y'all ever went somewhere and all you can think about is your bed? Like you just want to come home and lay down there because your bed is calling you. Your bed is telling you you need to rest, you need to lay down, you need to regroup, you need to reset. Come lay on me and let me comfort you. So my bathtub, I was thinking about my bathtub. So time I walked in the house, I went straight to the bathroom, bleached my tub down, and I ran me a really good bubble bath. As I sat in the water, I paid attention to how it feels when you first get in the water, how your body has to adjust to the temperature of the water, and you get this feeling like it goes from your head all the way down to your toe. Pay attention to when you first get in your bath water and you sit there and take it in. Inhale, exhale, just feel the water and just feel your body adjust to the temperature. So that jump felt so good to me. It relaxed me and I laid back and I just enjoyed the feeling of my body adjusting to the temperature of the water. So as I was sitting there, my phone started talking to me because it kept saying, now you need to listen to something meditative. And my phone was sitting right next to me. So YouTube is the place to be. So I guess you could say YouTube was calling me. So I get my phone and I say, okay, what am I going to listen to? And this insert I saw caught my eye because it had a pineapple sitting on the shelf. Now, a pineapple to me is like a little entity that run around doing things. Pineapples put things together. Pineapples bring relationships together. It mend relationships. So I was looking at the pineapple because that's one of my pieces, like, the Purple Heart and the Jaguar and stuff like that. But the pineapple is just like the sunflower. It jumps out at me. So I don't even remember what the insert was called. I don't even remember what they was talking about. All I could see was this one pineapple. It was like a crystal pineapple. It was golden. And it was just, I don't know, it's just something about the pineapple. I couldn't keep my eye off the pineapple. So I was just focused on the pineapple. So I started saying, hey, pineapple, how you doing, pineapple? So it's you calling me, what do you want? Like, what do you want to talk about? So I got to thinking about the process of manifesting. Like, how do you know when something you prayed for is coming? Like, how do you know? What is the process like? How do you know not to give up and hang in there no matter if the time going by? Because y'all, we be wanting it right now and stuff, and sometimes we don't even care how we get it, which is a bad thing because it can come with a lot of stuff attached to it. We just want what we want when we want, and when we don't get it, we throw in the towel and we move on. So we miss all the good work we done put in to manifest this thing. We get off of it and we jump on something else. So that was on my mind. So as I'm looking at this pineapple, I'm thinking of how these pieces jump out at me. I have not picked a piece. All these pieces have picked me. I just saw them repeating themselves. So I grabbed a hold to them and I start reading the universe. But I'm like, I'm the creator. If I make something, I'm the creator of that thing. I am that I am. I can create. I am the creator. So how can I deliberately create something? So my mind went back to about 3 years ago, and it made me think about my husband, y'all. For about 6 months, three years ago, my husband and I was stuck on a house. Like, we want our own home. We want to build our house from the ground up. That's the American dream. So it's like he was in a trance. He was possessed. Like, every night he was drawing up blueprints. He kept throwing them away. He would build something in his mind and he would throw it away. Like, this thing was on him hard, y'all. He would be up all night. I used to have to say, baby, that's enough. Come to bed. Like, okay, we gonna get it. It's gonna come. But he could not let it go. Okay, and within that same year, he ran across this guy that we know that build houses. And when I tell this man builds immaculate houses, my father used to work for him for over 20 years. He used to do the grading. We know a lot of people that do grading and building houses and roads and sidewalks and communities, stuff like that. That runs in our family, by the way. So we know a lot of people that like to work with their hands and move dirt. We call them earth movers. They build the foundations for the homes and stuff. So we ran into the man that my dad worked for before my dad died. And my husband started talking to the man about what he wanted to do. Like, he been trying to draw up blueprints, but he it's just something missing. He really couldn't get it together. But we've been in all these man houses. So it was a house that my husband really, really, really liked, that my father did the grading for. And when the house got finished, we were able to see the houses. Like, we would meet the people that move in the houses, and I even cleaned the windows of some of the houses and stuff. So it was a particular house that my husband wanted. And the man gave my husband the blueprints. See, he was focused on blueprints. He couldn't get the blueprints together. So he ended up getting the blueprints to the house that he really was in love with. Like, he really, really liked, because his thing was, he's going to put me in a house that nobody has ever lived in, and it will only have our energy in it, because we are energy seekers. Like, we study energy real, real bad. I'm sensitive, y'all. I'm so sensitive. So I pay attention to where I go, who I talk to, what I do, who I let in, who I don't let in. Like, I'm very cautious with my energy. So he wanted to give me something no one has ever had. He is so sweet, y'all. He's so good to me. So he got the blueprints. And I was like, okay, that's good. So that kind of eased him. Whatever spirit was on him that was trying to make him do the blueprints, he ended up manifesting the blueprints. So it gave him a break. So we kind of like got off of it for a while, right? So about the next year, we got on it again. Like, the thing for wanting the house got on us real, real bad. So he started talking about the people that he wanted to build the house, because we feel like, okay, you could ask for something and you could just get anything. But with us being the way we are, we want people that love us to build our home. So our whole home will just be filled with love. People that got good intentions for us. People that know us. Because, boy, we know enough people to build a whole community. So he was naming people that he wanted to get and hire to, start this process. And it was one particular person that he was talking about he wanted. And this was the next year. So this was 2 years had done went by. And this dude do the foundation of the house. A foundation is very, very, very important. So he wanted this particular dude to do it, but we didn't know where the dude was. We had lost contact with the dude. And I think my husband was talking about this dude and his father. They got the same name. And they used to work with them long time ago, because my husband used to work with his uncle, which his uncle used to build houses. And these guys used to do the foundation work for his uncle. But they all had become friends. They all had become close. But we lost contact with them and we couldn't find them. So my husband was still talking about he was going to figure out how to find these particular people. So now 2 years have went by. And I would say the third year, which was last year in 2020, right? We met a person. And this person wanted to go to Alabama for us to meet his family and to meet his girl's family. So we all took a trip to Alabama. For some reason, the conversation kicked up again about the house. Now, things that you want, you think you want, it wants you. It will pop up out of nowhere. It'll interrupt your day, your sleep, your conversation. Just rudely, just come in whenever it feel like it. This is when you know something is really, really meant for you. So we got on the house tip and we was all discussing the house, like how we want the house to look and how it will feel to own your own house. But you just don't want your house anyway. You want your house with no drama attached to it. You want to go in your house debt free. Like, we had certain demands, which means it's going to take time for our house to manifest, because we don't just want anybody to throw us a house, because you could get in a house and that house will attack the mess out of you. You can get in that house and that house can be so hateful because it was built by hateful hands, hateful energy, and everything you try to do in that house, you will fail. It'll be so much hell going on in that house. So we know better. We wanted a house built out of love, people that we cared about, people that knew us. And we knew they was going to do a dang good job, because they've always done good work and they treat people right. So the house that we went to was the person who we originally went down to Alabama with to meet his girlfriend's family. Y'all, I made a video about this house. But when we got to the house, was it a coincidence that when we met the people, the mother and the daughter had bought a house at the same time? The mother bought her house, the daughter bought her house. So we was at the daughter's house, and we stayed there for a while. I prayed over their house secretly that it'd be abundantly, that anything negative running around there get the hell away from them, because they were some really, really, really good people. So the mother wanted to show us her house. Like, they was so happy. Like, both of them buying a house at the same time, man, that is a blessing. Mother and daughter. So we goes to the mother house. Tell me why her address was 126, which is my birthday. My birthday is January 26th. She had the pool in the backyard, the works. So I prayed over her house. And when I got to her house, she had sunflowers on her door. Y'all know how I love them sunflowers, and how them sunflowers follow me around, and how them sunflowers look out for me, and how them sunflowers keep their eye on God and remind me to do the same. So I knew I was in the right place, because I was seeing synchronicities. Now, this was 3 This was in 2020, which was, last year. Now we got back on the subject again. Looking at this pineapple. This pineapple did all this to me, y'all. Sitting in this bathtub did all this to me. It took me all the way back, and I got to thinking about the house. So I get out the water. I'm energized. I feel good. I'm on fire. I come upstairs and I tell my husband that the pineapple was talking to me. He don't think I'm crazy when I talk like that because he done seen it for himself. So that's why you get you a partner that work with you, right? And accept you for all your little kooky quirks and faults and weirdness and weird ways. My husband love all of them. So we was talking about the pineapple, and I was telling him that I wanted to understand the manifesting process, and the pineapple was breaking it down to me about the manifesting process. And it was saying, just like you keep seeing this pineapple everywhere, put your house everywhere. And I thought about it. I said, baby, you remember the frog? You know how the frog keep jumping up? Because now frog is one of my pieces. I see frogs everywhere, and frogs leap, right? So the pineapple was telling me to put my house everywhere. Before we came in the house that day, we was riding next to a rig, and it had the name Thomas on it real bad. So the Gospel of Thomas start going through my mind about how to manifest. The Gospel of Thomas, and Thomas was the doubter. And when we gotta wait a long time, we get the Thomas spirit and we start doubting, and then we leave it. So I was thinking about the Gospel of Thomas while I was looking at that pineapple, and about the 3 years done went by. That's a long time to us, but y'all know God's timing is not our time. It's different. So the pineapple was like, just like you keep seeing me, just like you keep seeing the purple hearts and the sunflowers, see your house that way. So in the Gospel of Thomas, it says, when you ask, surround yourself with the answer. Envelop yourself, meaning get into it, indulge in it, start imagining that house on TV. Imagine that house on a billboard. Imagine that house, just thinking about the house. Just imagine your house. Put your house in your environment. Put your house through your day. Thank God for the house. Walk through the house. Imagine your toes digging in the thick, cushiony carpet. Imagine what type of floors you want. Y'all, we done been to Home Depot. We done picked out our cabinets, the stove, the towel. Like, you got to spend time with your desire before it comes, because the beauty is in the making of it, not when you get it. It's in the beauty of how it's coming together. So we was talking about all of that when we went to Home Depot and how we picked it out. And my husband like, we need to get back into that. Like, we need to start back looking for the furniture, putting the furniture in every room, going and look at your dining room table, going and look at your living room suite, sit on the couch, pick up the remote, see the TV, like do it all like it's already done. So my husband started talking about the guy again that he wanted to meet, but we didn't know where they was. So after we had our talk, that very next morning, which was yesterday morning, my husband woke up and said, baby, go to breakfast with me. Let's go eat breakfast. So we goes to Golden Corral breakfast. Y'all know Golden Corral got the best breakfast. So we get in there and we're sitting there, and all of a sudden this guy comes out of nowhere and says, Jose, I knew that was you. I knew that was you. I kept listening to you talk, because we were sitting at the table talking about the house. How about it's the guy that my husband been looking for? It's the guy that my husband wanted to do the foundation for. Y'all, my heart rejoiced. I was taught a lesson about time. And so come to find out, after we was talking to the guy, we all got reacquainted and stuff. He said he live in the same city we live in, just not too far from us down the street. So I thought about that pineapple again, and I started thanking the pineapple inside myself, right? So time began to talk to me. And it's like God's timing is not our timing. This man had to go through whatever he was going through to get him to where he is now. And which now brought him to the same city that we live in. And guess what? He built his house here. He bought land here and actually built his house with his own hands. So my husband was like, man, I've been looking for you. I've been wanting to talk to you. He was like, me and my wife want to build a house. So you know he done hooked up with my husband. And that is proof that my house is coming. Remember on the video that I just made, I told y'all I dreamed that I was riding down the street in this beautiful neighborhood with these beautiful houses. And all of a sudden I stopped at the stop sign because I saw a lady checking the mailbox. And I looked, and when the lady turned around, it was me checking the mailbox of this beautiful home. Y'all, I'm about to get my house. My house is coming, and I'm more excited about how it's coming together. I know I'm gonna be excited when I get in the house. God knows I am. But just seeing how things manifest, things take time. When you ask for something, God gives you what you ask for, but you want it right. You don't want that house and you gonna be in that house suffering. You don't want that house and that house gonna turn against you. You don't want that house and all that house gonna do is draw negative energy. You don't want that house and you in debt up to your eyeballs. Don't know which way is up and which way is down. Then you eventually end up losing the house. So we prayed carefully. We prayed cautiously about our house. So we put our order in with care and with love. And just by seeing that man at Golden Corral, my husband had the urge to go eat breakfast. And we was having a good time too, y'all. It was just me and him at that table. And then this man is sitting at the table right next to us. Right next to us. And he's listening to our conversation. And he's remembering my husband's voice. He's like, I kept looking at you. I kept looking at you. And I was like, I know him. I know him. And my husband looking at him saying, I know him. I know him. But you know, you don't want to be wrong. But I didn't know my husband was doing this in his mind because he was sitting in the direction where he can actually see the man. My back was turned to the man. So I had no idea the man was there. And so when the man yelled out my husband's name, man, the whole Golden Corral could hear it. That man was so happy to see my husband. They was hugging each other. And my husband like, I knew that was you, but I just didn't want to say that. You know, you just don't want to walk up to people. He said, man, I was sitting there feeling the same way. They was bouncing off each other. Their frequency was connected. You see what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here saying, I'm finna get my house. I'm finna get my house. Like, I'm actually seeing my house come together. I'm actually seeing how things are manifesting. And y'all, the beauty is in the making of it. Not so much as getting it, but in the making of it. And I see that it's being made cautiously. Y'all, this gonna be a house that is full of love. Oh my God, that God is gonna love to visit. I pray that it's a portal for the high spirits to just come in and talk and have gatherings and get-togethers. And y'all, I want my house to be like an airport for God. Like, just come see, come chill with me. That's how I want my home. I love the spirit realm. I love God. I love God's people. And guess what? Loving hands are going to build a foundation for our home. It's not here yet in the physical, but I've seen it already in the spiritual realm, in the vibrational realm. So nothing nobody can do to stop it from coming. Just like I seen that hand with no arm attached to it give me a lottery ticket, y'all. When heaven give you a lottery ticket, and then I wake up in the house like a piggy bank full of coins. And I ask myself, why quarters? Because I'm a money magnet. And coins is metal, right? The elementals showed me metal in the form of money, which is coins. And somehow I drew all them coins to me, and y'all tell me why. As a confirmation, everywhere I go in the store, I see that it's a coin shortage. It's a coin shortage. I'm like, yeah, because they all hanging with me. They all in my house. My magnet is powerful. Y'all, this stuff is beautiful. This stuff is beautiful. So when something else happens about my house, I'm going to let y'all know. But y'all, my house is already built. It's already done. What I'm experiencing is how my house got built, how my house came about, the birth of my house. You see what I'm saying? This is where I'm at now. And to see myself here, and then I'm going to move to there. It's a beautiful thing, y'all. But I love you, and I just wanted to tell you, don't give up on your desires. It doesn't matter if you don't see it. Don't try to make it. Don't try to force it to come. Just enjoy the becoming of. It's already done because you asked for it. Just surround yourself with the answer. Surround yourself with the answer. Like when I play Publisher Clearinghouse, they always got this thing about a dream home. I keep seeing commercials about dream homes. I see billboards about dream homes. See, you surround yourself with the answers. But y'all, I ain't really got to surround myself with the answers, because the answers are surrounding me. They're engulfing me. They're interrupting me. They're keeping their self on my mind, so I can't forget. And I like being activated this way. Y'all, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. But I thank God for Golden Corral. I thank Golden Corral for the energy it gives. I thank Golden Corral for all the people that come there. And I thank Golden Corral because things are alive, for getting on my husband's mind and calling my husband there, because Golden Corral knew that that guy was there. Golden Corral knew that that guy was coming to eat. And Golden Corral knew that my husband had been looking for him. Y'all, we've been in that Golden Corral so many times. That Golden Corral holds our energy. So everything in Golden Corral came together and worked out. And when this scene, dude, it was like, come on. But y'all, they was in line with us, and we still didn't pay them no attention. Like, they was standing. We all got there at the same time. It's like Golden Corral called him, put Golden Corral on his mind, but he was just eating with his daughter. So then he was like, come on, sweetie, let's go to Golden Corral. See how Golden Corral, the building, the business, made this beautiful union. So this is the process of seeing your manifestation coming to pass. It's a beautiful thing. I love you.